Okay, guys. So, I need to clean this. Otherwise, it was gonna send me into a pit of anxiety. Okay. Welcome back to the kitchen, everyone. My name is Francisco, and today we're gonna be working with eggs. I love eggs. I think eggs should be enjoyed at any time of the day. If you subscribe to the more like the North American sort of culture where eggs are associated with breakfast, then you can have definitely this dish with breakfast. But honestly, eggs, they're delicious, they're nutritious. Have them any time of the day you want, it's fine. This dish is what I'm calling huevos poblanos, or poblano eggs, which it doesn't, I believe, really exist. But what I'm doing essentially is that I'm doing my own interpretation of a very, very famous dish slash sauce, what? Dish slash sauce that already exists in Mexico. It comes from a region called Puebla. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to set my oven at 420. I am going to be roasting a combination of jalapeno chiles and green bell peppers. So what the green bell peppers here are doing is that they are replacing the poblano chile. A poblano chile is something that is found very, very commonly in Mexico. It's a type of chile that is not spicy, but we usually grill it or sort of broil it very, very, very intensely. And I'm gonna add them to a very, very wide pan alongside with the jalapenos. If you're afraid of spice or if you're sensitive to spice, you can always slice them in half and de-seed them because a lot of the spice comes from the seeds. I'm just gonna brush all of them with a little bit of olive oil. Love it. As you can see, what I'm just trying to make sure of is that everything is in contact with the pan and I don't have anything overlapping. Okay, so while my peppers are in the oven, this is a perfect opportunity for me to prep the rest of the ingredients. So I have 3 types of aliums here. One is leeks, the other one is garlic, and the other one is golden onions. I am going to cut them, slice them, and add them in a little bit of water because leeks tend to have a lot of sand. While I cut my leeks, I'll prep my onion and my garlic. God. Guys, I injured myself. I was doing a million things at the same time and I wasn't paying attention and I sliced my finger open. You know, this happens. I cleaned it and put a bandage on it and moved on with my life. But if you see that in one take I don't have a bandage and then in the other I do, that's why. I hope that I can serve as a cautionary tale. Keep your fingies out of the way, you know? As always, I'm setting my garlic aside, but with a little bit of oil so that it doesn't oxidize. Wow, make sure you use the smallest bowl you have to do this because God forbid that you have space to work, right? That's a glorious amount of garlic. And you guys are like, must he show us like the entire process of slicing his onions? Yes. Sorry. Like, I do understand the culture of, you know, trying to make cooking simple and quick. I truly do. But like, I don't know, let's remember that sometimes things in the kitchen take time and maybe, just maybe that is why some dishes taste so good, right? Because they took time and they took care and patience. Like, not everything needs to be like immediate and rushed. And I know you guys are thinking like, hey, are you cooking for 30 people or what is the deal with the amount of onions? I am giving you the recipe to make a lot of poblano salsa. That is usually what I will do in general when I have you make sauce because I don't think that it makes sense to just make sauce for 1 serving or a couple of servings. Like, you can have sauce like for the week and then you can just eat it with whatever you want. You can eat it with chicken, you can eat it with tacos, you can eat it with whatever. Now I can get started on my leeks that they've been washing. The sand has already sedimented on the bottom of my sink, so we are not bringing that into our dish. I love leeks. Here in Canada, you can find leek pretty much any time of the year, and it's a wonderful allium. To me, every time the weather gets a little bit cold and like I know that fall is on the way, I turn to leek. I don't know. I mean, cooking leek in the summer, like, is there anything that sounds more wrong? Okay, guys. So now, let's check our chiles, shall we? Ooh, look at these. They're really nice. They're developing a little bit of char, which I love. You can see that they've lost a little bit of color. Like they're not so bright green anymore. That's what we want. That's exactly right. They're starting to like shrivel, which is also what I like to see. I want more color. I want more char. So I'm gonna let them go for another like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Lovely. So now that I have prepped all of my ingredients, I have my onions, my leeks, my garlic, now it's time to actually cook them. So what I'm gonna do is that in a pot, I'm going to melt a combination of butter and olive oil. We're gonna need a lot of fat because we have a lot of aliums here that we wanna fry. So first and foremost, I'm going to start with my leeks because I want these green parts. They're gonna need a little bit more time cooking, and I want them to get rid of all of their water. I'm gonna let those babies sweat for maybe 5 to 8 minutes, and then I'm gonna add my onion. The best indicator to know when to add my onions is that the leeks are going to shrink, so it's gonna look like a lot less of what we put there because they're gonna lose all of their water, and the color of the green part of the leek is gonna decolorize a little bit, not unlike the peppers that are in the oven right now. With a lot of heat, colors de-intensify. Is that a word? Colors become less intense. Whatever you want. 9 minutes have elapsed and my leeks have shrunken. They have developed beautiful color. This is the perfect time to now add in my onions. Okay, onions are in the heat alongside with the leeks. I estimate another 8 to 10 minutes on medium heat. I am pleased to announce, however, that while all of that is cooking and that we have to wait for the onions to release their water, my peppers are ready. They are coming out of the oven. They are hot. They did develop now that beautiful color that I was looking for. Look at the chiles, like they are shriveling. Now all that's left to do is that I'm gonna add my garlic and I'm just gonna slice my peppers in long strips. Now I can add my sliced peppers to my beautiful leek, allium, onion mixture. As you can see, it's like equal parts allium and pepper. Like it's a 1-to-1 ratio. And then I'm just gonna let them sit in the heat a little bit so that all of the flavors kind of start getting to know each other. And then finally, I'm gonna start adding in my cream. So the cream is gonna be there to tame absolutely everything. It's gonna tame down all of those flavors and it's gonna mellow them out and it's gonna blend them all together. This is one of the few salsas in Mexico that includes dairy. We fried everything in butter. We are adding a little bit of cream, and then in the end, I am mixing in with a little bit of sour cream. Okay, I'm gonna taste. You have so much of that toastiness from all of those alliums. The peppers are there to kind of wake everything up, but everything is mellowed out because of the cream. It's amazing. What we're gonna do now is we are going to get our corn ready. I gotta check how my corn is, guys, because it's late summer and my corn might not be good. Okay, good. So what I'll do is I'll usually prep my corn and just add it like literally like 10 minutes before I eat so that it cooks, but not too much and it still, you know, tastes fresh and delicious. All right, I'm gonna collect the kernels. I know that there are a million ways of doing this. I'm just gonna do it the simple way. Please, you know, do add me in the comments on how you do this because everyone has their own way and everyone swears that it's the best way. So, whatever. Guys, everything is ready. What I'm going to do is I am going to do some baked eggs. So I'm going to serve a portion of my sauce in a pan and then I'm going to crack some eggs. I'm gonna put them in the oven for them to bake slowly. And when everything's ready, I'm gonna serve with some beautiful toast. Crack your eggs separately, just because you never know if you do it directly, you might break them and I don't know, that's not nice. You wanna season the eggs. Everything is seasoned, but the eggs aren't. So season them with salt and then in they go in the oven, 350. This baby's ready to come out. Oh, I'm gonna do a little moment of black beans sprinkled across. Then I'm gonna dollop some sour cream. Again, separate moments of sour cream. I want separate moments of everything. I don't want everything mixing together. Then I'm going to finish everything with cilantro, fresh herbs, and then a little bit of goat cheese. But this is good. I'm going right in with my bread. I love that the egg gets cooked in such a flavorful sauce. Like it, honestly, it's the best flavor to give to an egg, really. Needless to say, I'm sure that you guys are a lot more civilized than I am and will serve everything in a cute little plate. I'm gonna eat it right off the skillet because I think life is too short. The corn provides the perfect amount of sweetness to this dish. Like I said, keeping everything separate, like in separate moments, makes every bite different, makes every bite special. Rajas Poblanas, what a treat. It is an amazing, like, cold weather treat, I think. Because they're so braised and so fatty and so, like, dairy intensive. It's like, it makes sense, you know? I sincerely hope you make this. You can find the recipe either in the website or in the description box below. I hope that you learned that you can mix jalapeno and green bell pepper and roast the out of them in the oven. Mix that together with aliums with cream and it's just like the most amazing sauce. And I hope that you enjoyed this dish with someone that you love. And if not, that you've enjoyed in the beauty and tranquility of your own company. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. God, this is so good. Let's move on with our day, shall we? I need to stop because otherwise I will finish this entire pan by myself and it's not gonna be pretty. Wow, turn off the cameras. I need some time alone with this dish.